Nickelodeon. Oh, man, I am not made to be a singer. What up, game gang, and welcome to a Game Shack review. So buckle your seatbelts because we are going to a brand new Nickelodeon game journey coming up this fall. Yes, you heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. Nickelodeon Brawl All-Stars, a Super Smash Bros. Looking video game, is coming to PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and PC. We are gonna cover the game by the information of the trailer we achieved so far. So stay with us, guys and gals. Don't forget to hit the red shiny subscribe button and the little notification bell as well, so you won't miss any content. I also take some of your requests. That is literally the channel is about. So feel free to tell me anything. Let's head to our review. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Nickelodeon Brawl All-Stars. According to the trailer I watched that popped in my recommendations, the gameplay is the closest to Super Smash Bros. And we all know we will have the last DLC in that game soon. I hope it's Crash Bandicoot. Surprisingly, I feel this game is gonna be a big hype, which is already, and there are tons of memes, videos and contents about the trailer itself, literally everywhere, and it is taking over the social media. You want some truth? In my opinion, it is Super Smash Bros. Toughest rival, in my professional opinion of course. But enough, Game Shack, we are not gonna compare these two games together because I never owned the Nintendo Switch. Jokes aside, the game actually looks real smooth and pretty though. I love the design, the gameplay, the stage and the characters. However, there is one thing I am anguished about, and it tricked me in the last game, Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2 Grand Prix. Does this game actually has DLCs and updates to add new contents, stages, game modes, characters and customized options? Well, the answer is possibly a yes. I didn't read any trusty articles, but according to this picture right here, which shows the roster of the game, it says and more. It kinda likes that the game will have DLC and new contents, because this picture says that there will be more than these characters that already exist in the game right now. Yes, this image is legit and it is obviously posted by the developers of the game, but there aren't any articles in the sites yet. I don't know why. I can't say anything about the gameplay right now. I know it is gonna be fantastically fantastic like the last game, but about the characters roster, it lacks something. Don't get me wrong though, it is the very first trailer and they obviously can't show every single character in just one trailer. But unlike Nickelodeon Kart Racers, that I assumed that it will contain most of the Nickelodeon characters, which didn't and made me cry in the corner, I'm actually going to think positive about this one. We have SpongeBob SquarePants, Patrick Star, Sandy Cheeks, Zim, Powdered Toast Man, Reptar, Michelangelo and Leonardo, Lincoln and Lucy Loud, and etc. These are all really cool and fan favorite characters, to be honest, but I expect Nickelodeon and Ludosity to bring every character that they could. I mean, in SpongeBob we have lots of great characters like Mr. Krabs, Squidward, Plankton, the Flying Dutchman and etc. Or in the Loud House we almost have 11 main characters, excluding Clyde McBride who appeared in Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2, the parents and other characters. I only included the siblings and this white-haired man. Something that bugs me a lot is that in the trailer they actually didn't show every 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle characters. In the trailer we can only see Leonardo and Michelangelo, and Raphael and Donatello are left. I know it's the very first trailer and we have to give the developers some time. I know the trailer was released 1 month ago I think, and yes, So don't harass anybody, people. Don't go and type negative things for the developers or Nickelodeon itself. We have to give it some time. As for myself, I expect Nickelodeon to bring most of the characters, because for example someone wants to main Plankton or someone wants to main Luan Loud, but they are not included in the game, and that would be a real bummer for the players, which happened to me in the last game. All I wanted was Jimmy Neutron. What I'm trying to declare is that different players like different characters, and they should make the most of it to satisfy their fans. Let's head back to Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the slime event of the year.
Some franchises didn't appear in the game at all, including Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, Very Odd Parents, which I don't know if Nix still owns it or no, My Life as a Teenage Robot, and etc. These shows are all fan favorites, which means that most of the people enjoyed watching them when the shows were on air. But in the game, they obviously want the characters in the game too, so they have to listen to their fans and make the most of it. I also got a notification about Nickelodeon now has the rights of Garfield, I guess. You know, the lasagna fat orange cat, it's pretty recognizable. I think he would be great too to be included in the game. But you know who is the most requested character? Come on, guess. That's right, Hugh Neutron, aka Donut Boy.
Who's the super cool cop? It always gets the bad guy. Donut Boy, that's me. Yeah.
I am thrilled how the internet is fighting to force the developers to add Hugh Neutron, aka Donut Boy, as a playable character, which I would definitely main him. Psst, don't tell anyone, wink wink. And basically, he is the Luigi of this game. Everyone freaking wants him. Even Mr. Mark DeCarlo, the voice of Hugh Neutron, made a clip in Twitter, and it obviously shows that he demonstrates and informs people that he loves to voice Hugh in the game.
No, bad D.I. there, bud. Looks like you're getting zeroed to death, Jimbo. Your mom says you grabbed it.
So go on and type #HughTime. This game could possibly have voice acting, which was Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2 biggest mistake, which didn't have a single voice acting. And it was very disappointing because a cartoon show without the voice is almost nothing. It's just pictures. And I think this game, if it wants to be successful, like Super Smash Bros, I think it should have voice acting. If it already doesn't. But according to the site behind the voice actors, never heard of it. It shows that the game will possibly have voice cast, which is very exciting for me and most of the people, I believe. And the developer Ludocity never denied or confirmed any voice acting. It didn't even deny them to say, people, we don't have any voice acting in the game. I don't know, maybe they want to surprise people with their voice cast. Another thing that worries me is the clip I watched yesterday. It was Mr. Richard Horvitz, who is the voice actor of Zim in Invader Zim, said that in Nickelodeon Brawl All-Stars they cancelled the voice acting, and none of none of the voice actors are working in the progressing of the game.
I'm not happy about the Nick All-Star Brawl because they're not honest about that. They don't let you know that there's no voices in it. So people ask me, did you voice the Zim character? No, none of us did voices. I don't even know if there are any voices. Has anyone played it, and do you agree that... Agreed, Chip. Do you agree that there should be the character voices in there?
It can increase the chance of denying the voice acting in the game, which is a total bummer. And I think a cartoon character is famous with its voice acting and its voice actor, and I think it's one of the chances to make it a failure. But if they ever add a voice acting, I will be extremely excited. My adrenaline is rising like a thermometer which is placed in a 100 degrees area and it finally explodes. I know, we can't judge the game right now. This is the first trailer and I think we should give them some time. I really don't like to harass anyone or disrespecting the producers and developers in the process of making the game. They are trying their best, but they should know that there are lots of Nickelodeon characters that people want. And as for myself, I will definitely love to have more and more and more characters and contents in the game, but they obviously can't bring every single character. It can take forever, with hundreds of characters in Nickelodeon. But I expect from the developers to have at least 3 or 4 characters from every show, and I expect them to add voice acting because it's a serious negativity that can easily ruin the game for the players. Example time! In Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel, there are over 70 characters, which is acceptable, and very recognizable characters are in the game. Expect Willy Wonka Cheeks. It was so depressing that he isn't in the game. But really side and filler characters like Madame Emberly, the Evil Twins, Rusty Warlow's Evil Crash, and other are not in the game, and only a few people will want them. But it doesn't make the game less enjoyable for the players. What was I talking about again? Aha, yes! And this is the exact same obligation for Nickelodeon Brawl All-Stars, to bring most of the fan favorite characters in the game to make their fans happy and satisfied. However, I appreciate the game just as I appreciated Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2, because I love Nickelodeon and its characters. Just imagine a game crossover between SpongeBob SquarePants, The Loud House, Rugrats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and even more. It will be completely amazing, in my opinion, with more and more characters. The more characters, the better the game will be. Separated from more characters and voice acting, I really appreciate if the game will also have unique powers and skills for every single character they add. I think that would be very cool too. The other thing I like to have, it's not as big as the roster of the game or the character development. I like to have different and unique levels and stages with different obstacles and hazards. That would be very cool too. We can have Flying Dutchman's ship. I think we already have that one. Naturorama, The Loud House, literally in the house I guess. A food court here, and so much more we can have. I would also appreciate to have a friends option in the online mode, to play with your friends, or even multiplayer mode in online and local, which would be really good. Also, I like to have an option to make lobbies and join lobbies to play easier and more quickly in the online mode, which Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel didn't presented it well. Game shop would be fine too, not taking my money from my wallet with freaking dollars. I mean, I like to buy skins, power-ups, levels and other stuffs in the shop of the game. with the coin I achieve by playing the game. It makes the game long and fun and forces players to replay the game more and more just to achieve their wanted object in the shop. And the thing I want to have, but I'm barely sure if it's gonna happen, is a story mode. Yes, I know, even Super Smash Bros. Wasn't famous of its story mode and adventures because it's not that much. The game is all about playing with your friends in multiplayer mode. At least in my opinion. I don't think this is ever gonna happen, but I really love to see a conversation between all Nickelodeon fan favorite characters. Just imagine, SpongeBob is walking around and say Lincoln a hi. No, it's not that cool? Well, okay. But story mode would be a fine choice to give the game more personality and a special title. Oh, and by the way, the box art just got leaked, I guess, accidentally by Nintendo, and we can actually see some newcomers, such as Cora, Ong, CatDog, April O'Neil, Ren and Stimpy, and the fans are still hoping for more and more characters. Speaking of characters, remember the website version and the mobile phone version of this game? It was called Nickelodeon Super Brawl, I think. Yeah, it had a very different roster than the console version that is coming, which is very odd. It had Tommy Pickles, Angelica Pickles, Arnold, Timmy Turner, Luna and One Loud, and etc. I think these characters who appeared in the last version of the game have a very high chance to appear in this one as well. Maybe they add them as newcomers till the release date, like CatDog and April O'Neil did, or maybe they add them as DLCs if the game makes good money for them and they put more budget to add voice actings, more characters, more stages, more customized options, and the game gets better and better. And yes, there is still hope for more characters. One more thing, only one more thing, is that I'm gonna demonstrate it with an example. You get so good at the game, your friends are not able to beat you anymore. You can't buy a PS Plus, Nintendo Switch Online or Xbox Pass to play online, and you only can play with CPU players. But they can't beat you either. And you know, there isn't any challenge anymore. Same thing happened to me in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel, sadly. But I really enjoyed Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2 Grand Prix Action. There is a slow mode which is easily the worst. It is really slow and you have to beat it to obtain achievements and trophies. And tell your friends, ha ha ha, I have more trophies than you, la 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 la. But goddamn, this is slow. Look, I even chose Linla Jr. who gives you a boost. But it is still darn slow. There are medium and fast speeds too. But what I want to talk about is the insane mode, which is extremely difficult but challenging at the same time. And I want to Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. Sorry, I always said Nickelodeon Brawl All-Stars by mistake, my apologies. To be this way too. Having an unlockable difficulty that is really challenging, that takes forever to beat, and makes you feel that the game isn't over yet and you have to get better to beat this difficulty, and you repeat it as well. Well, you get the idea. Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2 Insane Mode was driving me crazy. Like literally, all the drivers were driving crazy. Or better to say insane, because it is literally written in the name. Oh, that's crazy! In my idea, the game is absolutely perfect. And it is Nickelodeon, guys. It's not a video game company, it's a cartoon show and TV shows company. That's a lot different. And we don't see a TV show company make video games these days. It's really rare, and we have to appreciate that too. And so Nickelodeon is working with Game Mill and Ludosity and they are making these amazing games for us. Remember Nickelodeon Kart Racers, the first and the second one? How much they improved the game and how amazing the second one was. Seriously, it was one of my favorite games of all time. It was a really good kart racer. It was unique, especially the helper characters, the chiefs and the engineer characters. It was really amazing. I really enjoyed it, to be honest. We have to open Nickelodeon's eyes so they can see that people are actually enjoying their game. They are buying it, playing it and having a really good time with them. So they can realize that if they put more budget to their games, it will be really amazing. It is already amazing, but it can be better. Everything can be better. It can be one of the top hits in the games shops. I don't know, who knows. Maybe they can make good money from the game, so they can make a sequel or a new TV show or even new content. But yes, the budget for the game is low, and I am not judging anyone for this, even Nickelodeon, because it's their game and they want to make their games anyways they want. It's just my advice. But I seriously can't wait to play the game, and I will definitely love it, just like I love Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2. But I'm just saying, if they add voice actings, forgotten old characters that people used to love, story modes, events and customize options even more, the game will be even a lot better. But I'm not judging Nickelodeon. It's just my opinion on the game. Anyways, that's all for today, folks. I will definitely make more videos if I got more information about this amazing game. Don't forget to support my channel, it helps a lot. And comment down below, is it worth it to buy Nickelodeon Brawl All-Stars? Oh dang it, I said the wrong name again. Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. What characters would you like to see in the game? Let me know in the comments. Game Shack out. Hit that red subscribe button and check out more videos right here. Funny Fails, the most hilarious and funniest gaming moments you'll ever see that bring a smile to your face. You can even see more types of videos in my playlist section, so go check that out too, that means a lot to me.